Gord, it's a tough weekend so far. How do you regroup after a couple of hard losses like that and come in on Sunday?
Well, you have to. That's what we're faced with. These points are huge, and I was hoping to get 2 to 4 points out of these two games, but we haven't. So that's what we're faced with. We came out tonight, and I don't think we were prepared for a Texas team that recognized the importance of the 2 points, and we didn't respond in the first period, but we certainly did the last two.
Looking at line changes and who's playing with whom, you've got a solid line that's producing points, and the young guys, Rupert, Nylander, and Brown. Do you, after a couple of losses like this, start to think about rejigging things?
We were talking in between periods, but that line's been our best line for a good month and a half or so on a consistent basis. Maybe not night after night, but on a consistent basis, they've got chemistry, and I thought a couple of the guys had probably their worst game in a while as far as on that line. But they're resilient guys, and they'll rebound, and I think when we challenged them, they responded.
You've challenged Spencer Abbott and some of the other guys that have struggled to find the back of the net over the course of the season. Do you have anything else to say to those guys about trying to put the puck in the net?
Well, if they're getting their chances, that's the key. And I think you mentioned Spencer Abbott. He's had his chances. Certainly yesterday, he had some golden opportunities to score, and he might be gripping it a little bit tight, which is hard to see with a player like him. He's such a poised player with the puck, and but sometimes it weighs heavy on the best of them. So, if you're getting your chances, they're eventually going to go in for you.
Talk about getting the chances. Byron Bitz, of all things, had a good weekend so far as well. He's been a solid player since he got back in the lineup.
Yeah, he's been a great find for our management staff, and the thing is, he plays on both sides of the puck very well. And last night, same thing. He probably had 4 golden opportunities in the third period alone, and would have liked to have seen him convert. But as long as he's getting those chances, they're going to eventually go in for him.
With Texas being one of the teams that I guess you guys are chasing in the standings right now, does this loss sting a little bit more than any other one would?
Yeah, it does. Obviously, we recognize the importance of the 4-point game, and not getting points out of it is disappointing. But we can't let that define us the rest of the way as far as the way we approach it tomorrow.
I know the power play's kind of been struggling a bit to produce shots. Seeing the end of the game and seeing how you guys did with the extra attacker, was that almost a sign of improvement, something that you can take with you moving forward?
I think so. We moved the puck around very well in the first power play, and got, again, we look at it as scoring chances. When you're getting the scoring chances out of it, then eventually it'll produce for you. And we do have to get more traffic in front of the net with our power play, and we have to be a little more discerning with the passes that we make. But there is some improvement there, so hopefully it'll pop for us big.
Just to add on, how much have things changed if the power play does start connecting there, especially early in the game?
Well, you look at our both our special teams, our penalty kill and our power play, and if you can get better production out of both those areas, and you're keeping less out of your net with the PK, and you're scoring some pivotal goals for us on the power play, and most of our games are one goal differential games, so that'd be a huge thing for us.
You mentioned about more net front presence. You got the new guy Lepsic in there. He seems to be one of the guys that is doing that, at least today.
Yeah, I think that's something that he's done in the past and had success with. And it doesn't matter what level of hockey that you've played in that little area in front of the goal. That's where the highest percentage of goals come from. So our guys have to realize that and get to those areas and find a way to get inside on people.
I know it's only been 2 games with him in the lineup, but what have you seen from him? At least something I noticed is his hockey IQ might be pretty high. There was one play, he read a reverse, kind of took on the forecheck, created a play there.
Yeah, he's a smart hockey player, and the one thing is he's a very heads-up hockey player. He's got good vision on the ice, and he makes those passes. You know, sometimes guys see the passes, but they don't execute them, and he's a guy that executes them very well. So, you know, our guys that are playing with him will eventually benefit from it.